So today we want to talk about saddle placement on the horse's back. What is correct, what is incorrect. The picture you see here is the saddle and pad put on incorrectly. The saddle pad does not come up far enough to really be in place in front of the saddle. You really want about a hand's width of pad in front of that flap for the saddle and not quite so far back. And if you look down to where the girth is, you see it's kind of behind the girth, and it really is not in the right spot. If you look real close, you can see that there is some old straps that we've sewn up. We don't want you putting the girth, the billet straps through those, but it still should be lined up with those a little better than it is here. The other part is in the back. The pad should not come this far back behind the saddle, but you do want to make sure that the saddle is not over the back of the pad. So we're going to fix this here in a moment, and we'll talk about correct placement. So now this saddle is in the correct placement. The saddle pad itself is in front of the saddle. The fuzzy part of the therapy pad is in front of the saddle itself, and the pad, the dressage pad, is actually a little bit in front of the therapy pad. If you look down, everything is nice and in front. The billets are behind the front of the pad, about in the middle of where those keepers would be, and that way it's not going to slip around on the horse as he moves. If you're looking at the back of the saddle, even though the therapy pad kind of comes a little bit beyond the saddle pad, it's okay if you see the saddle pad does come behind the back of the saddle, so that is a good placement there. So when you're putting your saddles on, and everything should look like this, and this will be for the comfort of the horse and keeping everything in place.